way too early for the fate. This that real game for real bros. No DECAFF, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no DECAFF. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no DECAFF. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with pimps over simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no DECAFF. Put no creamer in my... Man, look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get... Man, come on, press play, press play.
Hey,
yo.
What's happening?
Yo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big
Going
game.
down. Yeah, you know what it is? It is hump day. No,
Yay.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm tripping.
It's Friday Eve.
This Thursday.
Friday Eve. Look at me following you up like a goofy.
Yeah, man, I got you. Nah, but it's Thursday, man. It's one of them days, man. It's a special day today too. It is a special day. It is going down in a major way, but I leave that up to the rest of the day to let that show and tell. But today we talking about the 5 deadly bloodlines in the style, the game, and it's based off if you a kung fu classic head, J-Bo and Non-Stop and all them boys, man, that a lot of people into that stuff, man. You would know about the 5 deadly venoms, man. So we gonna get into that today. But before we get into all of that, hey Dre, I know you got something to say.
Yeah. So check it out, y'all. As y'all know, Shogun Unlimited, Samurai Kennels is the home of the Digital Dog Show. They're every month. To enter, we have a WhatsApp. You can go on our website, the official Samurai Kennels website, to get the details on how to get into the Digital Dog Show. Additionally, we had the weekly Dog of the Week challenge. And for that challenge, all you gotta do is a still shot photo. There's a WhatsApp for it. You send us a photo, tell us the dog name, Cash App, and if you win, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. Tomorrow is a voting day. Mm-hmm. Now on Saturdays we have shows that votes and some giveaways and stuff like that, man. So y'all rock with us, man. But y'all heard it here first. Additionally, man, with this 5 deadly venom thing, man, this is not to pursue anything illegal by no sorts. The history behind these dogs is littered with blood, sweat, and tears. We talking about that, man. We're not encouraging no illegal dog fighting or illegal animal abuse, none of that stuff. We're gonna talk about it today, and I'm gonna even give y'all my take on my 5 deadly venoms.
Yeah, and just like each of the 5 deadly venoms had different dangerous fighting styles, the American Pit Bull Terrier game is shaped by powerful bloodlines, each with their own traits, strengths, flaws, and loyal followers. Understanding these bloodlines is key to becoming a dog man, not just a fan. This episode isn't just about admiration, it's about education. Learn how to identify styles, avoid weaknesses, and choose bloodlines that match your mission. But man, that being said, we're gonna have to dive into these dogs, man, and celebrate dogs, man. Yes, sir. And we're gonna start with that dog of the week, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that Pee-wee. Who owns that Pee-wee, mister?
That Young fam, man. And I also want to give a shout out to Young fam because he's thankful to have one AAU national championship, one 8th grade wrestling championship, and his first son on his way to his championship. So,
like father, like son. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that yuck mouth, man. Like father, like son. Hey, but let's jump to that dog of the month, man. We got the notorious Tori Hanzo, and that is that Pit Wise, man. Yeah, you know what it is, man.
Hey, man, we had the chat jumping last night, man. Shout out to Heart and Finish, Pit Wise, Casino Life, Prez. I think Young Fam might have came through there, you know what I'm saying? The Shogun Unlimited chat, man. Hey, that's where we popping our junk at over there. You know what I'm saying? We was talking junk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Y'all want the play-by-play, us going at each other, you know what I'm saying? In a healthy way. We ain't out here doing it on the internet for the bystanders. It's straight for those who's down with the cause. But it was fun, yesterday, man. Heart and Finish hit me up with a video of Batman. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, I'm gonna hit up with a video of Saki on the meal. Yeah, man, it was a good time over there, man. Y'all check it out, man. Shogun Unlimited. I'm gonna put it in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go see for yourself.
Yeah, man. But let's jump to that Bushido code of the day. And that is Makito, Magato, sincerity. When a warrior speaks, his words must be honest and his actions must follow. In dogs and in life, say only what you're willing to prove. Man, when a warrior speaks, his words must be honest and his actions must follow. In dogs and life, say only what you're willing to prove. Yeah, quote of the day: power is nothing without control. Bloodline is nothing without purpose. Yeah, man. And as requested by Dre, since we on the 5 deadly venoms, 5 deadly bloodlines, we're gonna continue with the nutrition segment, and we got 5 must-have foods for strength and longevity. And we're gonna start with you want to say what we're gonna start with, Dre? Just guess.
Sardines.
How'd you know? Yeah, and that got omega-3s for coat, brain, and joint health. Okay, another staple: pumpkin puree, fiber and gut support. Another one: raw beets, boost blood flow and recovery. Another one: plain Greek yogurt, healthy gut bacteria and digestion. And the last one: egg. Some people still do the raw egg. I kind of veered from the raw egg, to things that come along with it, but egg in the shell, complete with amino acid profile and calcium. Yes, sir. And those are your 5, must-haves in your staple, man. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Anybody saying anything serious?
Huh?
Nah, my iPad had responded to me saying yes, sir. They thought I said something else.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
We in here in labor this morning, Big A. You know what I'm saying? We ain't too far. There's no full discharge or nothing like that, man. I know you want to update on that.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about when I say today is a special day. But y'all, I'm gonna let the day reveal. Yeah.
They on the way. Hold on, help is on the way.
Yeah, we got that Dickie Foster in the building, man. first in the building, man. Yes, sir. Salute. Genetics rocking in the building, man. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, young fam with that pee-wee, man. Yeah, you got the gas to go, but do you got the heart to finish? Heart and finish in the building, man. Casino. Hey. Yeah. Wifey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What up, Queen?
You know what I'm saying? Holding it down, my state. Man. Yes, sir. Yeah. And then we got Quick. Quick, what's happening, bro? Yeah. Got the notorious Wise, man. What's going on, man? Oh yeah. Yeah, you hear? Yeah, you already know. We got something special for you today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I don't know who Samurai Kennels is, but what's going on, man? You know
you better quit the mess. Quit the mess.
Yeah. RGB. You know, howling at the moon, man. That's that lone wolf. Yeah, man. Okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, and then the background that y'all see right now, these dogs in the background is from this week, man.
I know that dog.
Yeah, man. You know, so the like we showing dogs, man. We showing dogs, man. Even when we not voting, we showing dogs.
Yeah, man. We celebrating these dogs. We celebrating the community that celebrates us, man.
And you know what's cool? Every one of these dogs you see is alive and breathing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's alive and breathing. I love dogs of the past, man. Don't get it twisted. And we will be talking about dogs of the past today for today's episode. But these dogs right here are alive and well. You can go breed any one of these dogs right now if you got the right connections. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so
go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, I'm just anxious to jump into this subject, man. And
Let's get it.
Okay. First question. What are the 5 deadly bloodlines in your world?
In no particular order. I'm gonna start with Red Boy.
Okay. Next one.
Jeep.
Okay.
Chinaman.
Mm-hmm.
Bolio. And Eli.
Okay. So
that's my 5 deadly venoms.
Okay.
My 5 deadly venoms.
Okay, those are your 5 deadly venoms. And if you were to address them by traits, characteristics, and align them with the 5 deadly venoms, how would you do that, man?
All right, I got it for you. We broke this thing down. I'm gonna break it down even better, man. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna argue today, but I'm okay. You can argue about it. Y'all give me feedback on Friday.
Yeah, check this out.
In the 1 spot, you have Eli, Toad style. Known for power, toughness, no nonsense. The pros, strong bone, deep chest, old school raw drive. The cons, can lack refinement and structure. You feel an Eli dog before you see it. Number 2, Bolio, the snake style. Known for precision, outsmarting, beautiful movers. The pros, air, structure, and attitude. The cons, can be misused and watered down. Bolio blood is surgical. It cuts clean.
Okay.
3, Red Boy, the centipede style. Known for endless gas tanks, intensity. The pros, gameness, drive, small or medium frames. The cons, high strung or nervy in poor hands. Red Boy don't stop unless you stop him. Jeep, the lizard style, known for balance and adaptability. The pros, it crosses well with most lines, proven. The cons, oversaturated, gotta dig deep. For a true Jeep, Jeep is a style that fits most anywhere, but you better know your source. And the final, deadly venom. Chinaman, the scorpion style, known for speed and sudden violence. Pros, showy dogs, fast reflexes, athletic. Cons, sometimes flashy, over-functional. When Chinaman strikes, it's instant. It's built to finish. Shogun Unlimited.
Yeah,
No DECAFF. The 5 deadly venoms.
Fire. Yeah, I like how you broke that down.
Now we're going to dissect each one of these. I just want to put them out there so y'all can know for yourself, Big A. You know what I'm saying? Know for yourself. All right. You ready to go into these in a little more detail, Big A?
Yeah. Am I?
Like I said, y'all, all of this information we're sharing today is for historical purposes. This is for reference use. My intention is to help new breeders understand what I think I understand about each bloodline and how to add it to a program effectively. Believe it or not, some of the biggest conversations I get from guys like me that are new to this game is that they don't know who to take a female or male dog to have a successful breeding. We're going to talk about that in some detail, and I'm going to share with you the stories that I believe that made me follow certain dogs and why I chose my 5 deadly bloodlines. All right. Starting with Eli, the toad style. For me, when I think of an Eli dog, I began to think of this. If I was describing an Eli dog to somebody who knew nothing about dogs and they were looking to get a good Eli bred dog, they say, "Hey Dre," and these are real conversations, by the way, y'all. "Hey Dre, man, look at this pedigree. What you think of this Eli dog?" Okay, without seeing the pedigree, I'm expecting to see a black dog with a nice apple head, typically compact built. Sometimes they can be a little squatty. I expect to hear the dog biting well, having mouth, maybe being a kind of a barnstorming attitude, as far as just super high energy, super high drive. That's what I think of when I think of the power of the Eli bloodline. Right now, for me, as a person who is starting my own breed and my own line of dogs, there's always a retroactive for every active. And I'm gonna jump around here a little bit, but like a basic thoughts on my Eli dog is big-headed black dogs. Let me dial it back. That's not the only color scheme or the only way they are. But this, if I'm buying an Eli dog, this is what would cause me to buy a dog that is going to be an Eli dog. Black dog, decent sized head, maybe a little short and squatty, super muscular, decent mouth. I'm going for an Eli dog for those qualities specifically. Yeah, I don't care how tight it's bred. If it does not display those qualities, it is not the representation of Eli that I would want in my bloodline, personally. And like I said, these are all personal opinions. If you don't like them, you can always share. I open the panel up. We have Feedback Friday, but you're not gonna change my opinion until you show me proof of concept. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Big A, you want to add anything to Eli?
No, sir.
All right. So when you already know how it go, bro. When I get to cooking, man, just stop me. You know what I'm saying? You need to jump in there. Just get right on in there where we fit in. You know what I'm saying? All right. Number 2. Oh, sorry, the retroaction. Okay, the retroaction to the toad style is actually the Red Boy style. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Okay, but I believe that a true rivalry is Eli versus Red Boy. That's a true rivalry to me in this game, and because Red Boy is on the list, I'm not gonna go into too much detail on that. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that at this time. Number 2, Bolio, the snake style. All right, for Bolio dogs, I typically think of red noses, red buckskin dogs, and buckskin dogs with black nose or black mask. They can have a widow's peak. If I see a widow's peak in a Bolio dog, it's not a surprise. Oh shoot, Aaron, my bad. One thing I want to dial back on with Eli. Sorry, I want to talk about some prominent dogs or certain dogs that I follow that are involved in those each bloodline. For Eli dogs, I'm looking for typically Eli, Bowles, Skull Maverick coming down from Mr. Boudreaux himself, the Ham dog, the T-Bud dog, any of the Mexican Eli stuff, the Cardenas, any of that stuff right there. When I see that those are prominent names, I don't have to guess that it's coming down off the Eli blood. You know, even some of the Black Angel and Black Rocks dogs have the Eli there, but they're not pure Eli dogs. But that's just, those are names of, say it again, Maverick, Skull, T-Bud, the Cardenas stuff. A lot of these dogs are heavily influenced on the Eli stuff. And if I'm looking for Eli dog, obviously Eli was born years and years ago. But if I'm not seeing these dogs coming down off of the Eli stuff, Eli Jr., Earl dogs, you know, things of that nature, I'm typically going to stray away from it. Yes, there's a lot of good dogs that are not in pedigrees. I get that. But I want the ones that I can get the stories behind and know exactly what to expect, not just from the bloodline, but from the personalities of the dog. Personality is very, very big to me. Okay. Now with Bolio, the Bolio style, as I said before, I expect to see either red-nosed dogs, buckskin dogs, or some form of buckskin. They can have a widow's peak. They can have a little bit of a tricolor ticking to them, but not, I wouldn't say like a full-on like Rottweiler color scheme. All right. When I see them personally, I still think of Bolios as red-nosed or red buckskin dogs. Or red-nosed buckskin dogs to me. All right. When I think of Bolio dogs, I think of dogs that have great wrestling ability, very, very durable dogs, i.e., my dogs like to run through bushes and brush and things of that nature. And I expect the Bolio dog's hide to be a little bit better for that than, let's say, a Red Boy or Eli dog, right? Bolio dogs are known for smarts. I've never heard anybody, whether it be a box man or just a dog trainer, that didn't think Bolio added a little bit of intelligence to the mix, you know. So that sprinkle of Bolio on top is not bad. The biggest issue I've had with Bolio dogs is finding something pure nowadays. For Bolio dogs, typically you're gonna find it with names like associated like Invicto or some other Patrick stuff, but typically the other Patrick's blood is gonna have tombstones associated with the Bolio. All right. Eli is one of the few bloodlines on this list that in modern times typically can still stand alone. Not saying they can't stand alone, it's just difficult to find them in high percentages today. Cosmo, I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. I'm gonna get my rocks up. I'm gonna drop the link, bro.
Yeah. And in the chat though, before you continue in the chat, everybody drop your 5 bloodlines, your 5 deadly venoms, man. While we, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, Big C said, dang, no Jocko, not on my list.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, man, I grew up on Red Boy Jocko, and after I learned what I liked in dogs and not what other people was telling me to like in the dogs, I realized I'm not a Red Boy Jocko guy. I will always have a respect for it because that's where I started at. But yeah, man, it ain't for me what it used to be. Also, the people who I was getting them from, Mr. Mims and Mr. Cruz, they're gone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It'll never be the same for me again. And that's, you know, I trusted the breeder in that situation, not the bloodline necessarily. And I've gotten Red Boy Jocko dogs from other places. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. You know, and there's nothing against them, but I just prefer to stay where I'm at with it right now. Salute, bro. Let me get through this list though, because I'm gonna open up the panel because I know y'all got your own thoughts and own opinions on this, man. I don't want to be a something lollipop. I did want to share my list with y'all first and get out the way. All right, Big A. Anything else?
Nah. No. Hey.
All right.
Mrs. Williams in the building.
Salute, my queen.
Hey, Cal TV. What's happening?
Yeah, little does Miss Williams know she about to be delivering these puppies if she don't worry and drop them off at work
Again.
Yeah, it won't be the first time, you know what I'm saying?
Again.
I gotta get the videos of her bottle feeding the last of her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you know, people be like, man, why y'all charge so much for the puppies? Well, first of all, you almost cost me my marriage just to give you this puppy. You know what I'm saying? You know, nah, she ain't never thought no craziness like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put that out there. But check it out. So number 3, Red Boy, the centipede style.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Red Boy dogs. Honestly, in appearance wise, the Red Boy dogs to me, that description of mine, I've seen some pretty big, long, lanky, rangy Red Boy dogs, and I think that Red Boy and Bolio are kind of counteractive. Neither one of them that I know of. I don't go looking for Red Boy or Bolio dogs for devastating mouth. I don't. Red Boy, I think it's like a little bit more gas, a little less intelligent. I can say less intelligent, but Bolio, I think it's like a Red Boy dog that can wrestle and is smarter, but has a little bit more intelligence. I think the Red Boy dogs just go a little bit harder. In my understanding, or the stories that makes me believe that is, I was taught that Red Boy second match was into a female dog named Dolly, and some people say, well, why would you match it into a female? To me, the fact that he was scratching to a female to the point of winning a match says that he didn't care what he was scratching into, he was gonna scratch regardless. So to me, that's where like the legendary game is a Red Boy. Like I'm looking at games in general, and Dolly was also a dog over 60 pounds. You know, so when I'm looking at gameness in general, I'm like, yeah, man, you know, like my male dogs do not go as hard on females as they go on males. You know what I'm saying? If Saki and Kazi get into it, you know what I'm saying, the only way he's gonna kill her is if she just will not relent. You know what I'm saying? If she relents, he gonna let a female go. But if he get on a male, he's gonna stay on that male, you know. And so that concept, or that most males that I know of, for most of the dogs I've owned in my lifetime, they're not really looking to hurt no female dog unless you just square up with them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But as soon as they smell it on the male, they kind of, you know, already on point. So I thought that was legendary. Each one of these stories, like, I don't know if they're true or not. I just, in the forums and the conversations I've had, I've heard these stories and I believe them. And then when I couple that with the dogs that I've seen that were supposed to be representations of those bloodlines, I could see those characteristics. That's what's so important to me. That's why I'm sharing these 5 deadly venoms with you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, for the Red Boy dog, when I'm looking for a Red Boy, if I want to add some gas to it, the dogs, maybe the dog has the structure. Maybe it has the mouth of the Eli dog and the wisdom, smarts of a Bolio dog, but it just ain't. It ain't it, you know what I'm saying? He ain't scratching at everything like I want him to scratch at everything, you know. Yeah. I sprinkle a little bit of that Red Boy in there, you know what I'm saying, to the gumbo. Man, Big C is cooking, y'all. I'm about to read some of his comments once I get done with my stuff, man. Yeah. Big C, like I said, Cosmon gonna come on. You welcome to come on too when I drop that link, bro. Because like I said, this is Samurai Kennels, Andre Williams' interpretation of these deadly venoms. Like I said, I seen they say Jocko ain't on the list. I bet you somebody can say Mayday ain't on the list. Some people gonna say, where's the Kobe at? Where's the old family Red Nose at? This is my list, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's your 5 deadly venoms? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, like I said, to counteract the Red Boy style, if I'm going against the Red Boy style in a competition, I'm gonna either bring out a Bolio dog or an Eli dog. I'm either gonna try to outmouth it, depending on what competition we're doing. If we're doing a hang time contest, I'm bringing that Eli dog out. If we're doing a slap mill competition, I'm probably gonna bring out that Bolio dog that knows how to pace itself. You know what I'm saying? And because I knew they were gonna be like, oh, he's out here talking about matching dogs, what styles beat what. Nope, not gonna do it. Won't get me. No, Mr. Police, you won't get me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Dog number. What's up, big dog?
Oh, I was just saying, salute, Pressure. Appreciate you kicking it with us at work, man.
Salute, man. Salute, bro. Dog number 4, Jeep, the lizard style. When I think of Jeep, the one thing that I think about is the stories I heard was Jeep was not a dog that excelled in any one area, but he also wasn't bad in any one area. A very balanced dog. Also, because he was so balanced, I think if I can't get Bolio for smarts, I'm adding Jeep for smarts. But however, I think Jeep dogs, based on the stories I heard with Mr. Crenshaw handling Jeep in 2 matches, and his second match, he definitely tried to jump the box. And they said the dog caught him twice. You know what I'm saying? However, the dog catching Jeep and Crenshaw's handling allowed Jeep to persevere. The last match, Schoolboy came in and refuted. Oh my goodness, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Man, Jesse Perez in the building, y'all. Look, when I tell y'all, there's certain people I will stop the show for every time.
Yeah.
Jesse Perez and Gabrielle Moore, them two, I will stop a show for them in a heartbeat. When I tell y'all that's my heart right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, y'all don't understand, bro. When I tell y'all about that rocket attack in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
Perez was with me, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fam.
Yeah.
That's fam right there.
Salute. Yeah.
To this day, man, at my troops, at my base now, they like, man, I used to work for Sergeant Perez. Sergeant Perez, the best sergeant I ever met.
Yeah.
Sergeant Perez, yeah. Telling you.
Man.
Shout out to Perez, man. Salute.
Mm-hmm. Salute.
All love, man. All love.
Yeah.
Perez, I'm here cooking it up.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So Perez, we talking about these dogs right now, and let me get back to cooking. It was good to see you, though. I'm so proud to see you and so happy. And Godspeed on you.
Yeah, and Perez, I saw the rocket attack. I saw the video of it. Yeah.
Hey, and ask about that water bottle. Ask if I can go back for that water bottle, though.
Yeah,
you know
I know it.
But yeah, man, it's so with Jeep, because Perez came here and derailed me, but it's cool. I'm gonna get back to this Jeep, man. So the characteristics of a Jeep dog. All right, the characteristics of a Jeep dog is this. I believe that when I see a Jeep dog, I see, like you said, typically buckskin, black mass, or buckskin style dogs. All right, Jeep didn't excel at necessarily anything. Mouth, gameness, speed, strength, wind. He's just a very, very balanced dog. He was very, very fit, very, very athletic animal, right?
Yeah.
But Mr. Fishdog's handling was what was superior. And then the stories about that, that's why I like the Jeep dogs and my dogs for trainability. I feel like what Jeep brings to the table is he bonds well with a handler and works well with the experienced handler. That's what I think a Jeep dog brings to the table. Oh, man, I did it again, Big A. I got to jump back to Red Boy. Y'all all over the place this morning because I'm so excited. Red Boy dog. Bailey's Bingo, Holland's Haymaker, the Red Man dog, you know what I'm saying? These are dogs that I look for when I see Carolina Kittens, Red Boy stuff. Mr. Cruz, Mr. Mims had Red Boy stuff, but it was crossed with Jocko typically, or had Snooty in there, so it wasn't in its purest form. But there's not a lot of pure Red Boy stuff around either that isn't in its purest form. But yeah, so that Red Boy, those are names associated with Red Boy. With Bolio, names associated with Bolio that I can think of, like I said, basically Invicto is like the only Bolio stuff I'm familiar with. And when y'all come on here, y'all can share y'all knowledge of these dogs. But that's the stuff that I look for when I see it. For Jeep dogs, Jeep's mother, Honey Bunch, because it easily made the list. But I just went with all males this morning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's funny. As I say that, Wing come on here and he say, "Is the dog the villain or is the parents that made him?" Yeah, so Honey Bunch could easily be on this list, you know. And but I use Jeep, you know. I went with the dog on this one. And the dogs I look for off of Jeep, honestly, are once again is his son Tab, which is a cross. You know, I prefer to see the Whites Tab. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of the Irene blood in there. Things of that nature, but that's my personal preference, you know. And I think that dog, that cross of Jeep to the Marlowe's Tabby girl to make Tab, I think that was just as successful as the Chinaman cross to that Bolio.
Yo, I think you went out, bro. Yo, Drake.
What's up?
Oh, you went out.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, so Tramp. Yeah, it's another son of Jeep Red Boy cross. Okay. Yeah, Jeep dogs, buckskin dogs. I ain't gonna lie, the dog on the screen, Saki, I think is a good representation of what I think a Jeep or a Tab dog would look like. Even though he got a bunch of other stuff in there, that's what I think of when I think of a Jeep dog. Is what you see on the screen right there running with me. Okay. I'm just saying. Hard Finish said Jeep didn't have mouth. I think Jeep had it. I just don't think he was. I don't think he was exceptional. I think he was right around 6.57. I don't think he was like I said. I don't think he was excelled at anything. I don't think he was bad at anything. He just was balanced. And once again, I wasn't there. I wasn't there for none of these. I'm not old enough to remember none of these dogs. It's just the stories I've heard and what I believe, and that what your belief is what makes your program work. Do you believe in it, and are you going to have proof of concept for any of your statements? That's all that matters to me. And then the final dog. And then to counteract the Jeep, I would go with Red Boy. To counteract the Jeep, I would go Red Boy. If I'm going into a competition against the Jeep dog, I'm going Red Boy. I think the Jeep dog is a thinker. I think a Jeep dog is a dog that could do it all. But I think if he went up against something like a Red Boy that's just not going to stop, he might get stopped on what activity you're into. The flat mill race, the lure sprint. I think that Red Boy dog is just outwork him. Personally, like I said, I like all these dogs. These are all my fave five. You know what I'm saying? And look, they told you coming with this Debo. You know what I mean? And Cosmine, Gunner, Hank, Buck, Frisco, Yellow. Hey, that's it. Hey, that's it. Cosmine, when you come on, I want you to cook. Cosmine, when you come on, you gotta cook, because that's a good list. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the Gunner dog, but everything else on there could have been on this list very easily. And some of them dogs you got on your list, counteract dogs on my list. Some of them compliment dogs on my list. All right. And finally on my list, Chinaman, the Scorpion style, known for speed and sudden violence. When I think of Chinaman dogs, I honestly think of Eli dogs, even though Chinaman is the Eli Carver cross. I think about Eli. I think about a black dog or black dogs, very, very a little bit more athletic, a little bit better structure, a little bit more conformationally sound, but mouth, think of barnstorming ability, maybe a little bit of nippiness. There's Bully Son and there's Eli Jr. in Chinaman. A little bit of nippiness, but very, very I think of like a turned up Jeep with a Chinaman. You know what I'm saying? A turned up Jeep with a Chinaman. Offspring off of a Chinaman that I actually like is honestly I like the Frisco dog. You know this already. All these dogs on my list are in my bloodline, and there's certain offsprings of them that show up in the blood that I use already. So I'm only going off of the traits that I've been able to glean from and take and use in my program. All of y'all got different programs, and I don't think none of y'all are wrong, but I wanted to share my 5 daily venoms with y'all this morning because there's a lot of us who are getting a lot of different stories, and I think a lot of people, I don't hate on none of the other dogs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys who you're stopping your proteges from being better because you have a bias. My mentor could not stand Tom Garner or his dogs. And crazy enough, Tom Garner's dogs are some of the basis for my blood now. You know what I'm saying? And I never would have messed with them dogs if I stayed in North Carolina and stayed under the mentorship that I had. And I think my mentor has the best dogs, the best yard I've ever seen in my life. And I still went another way. You understand what I'm saying? I still went another way. His dogs are the best at what he does. My dogs are the best at what I do. Yeah. So big duper kennel, man. Salute, man. He said I had a Bolio and a Kobe dog. And no quit. He was the best dog I ever had. Hey, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all, brother. I don't doubt it at all. And Big A, before I open up the panel, man, I wanted to give you the floor to handle business, because I know when we get to cooking, we're gonna take this thing up about 10,000 feet, about 400 degrees.
Oh man, no, this is good, man. This is good, man. I want to see what everybody else got to bring to the table, man.
Yeah, man. So,
like I said, man, what's happening?
We dropping that link, man. You know what I'm saying? Cosmine is there. It's there for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You can come on and talk your talk, man, because this is the episode right here where you want to have your pen and pad out. You want to get in there and get this information. You know what I'm saying? Get it for yourself. Go test your theories, check your sources. You know what I'm saying? There is no right or wrong answer, because everybody's had good experience and bad experience with these dogs. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, the panel is open, man. We open to the world now. Open to the world. I would say like while I'm waiting for you to get the link and everything and get set up, I would say like, okay, dogs that I would interchange for certain things. Like I would change out Jeep for Jocko. I would change out Eli with Niggerino. You know what I'm saying? I would change out I don't know, Red Boy got to stay on my list, man. You know what I'm saying? Red Boy ain't going nowhere. Yeah, Jeep with Jocko, Eli with Niggerino, Chime ain't going nowhere either. Bolio I could change out with Rascal. Bolio I would change out with Rascal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Those are dogs that I feel like give me what I'm looking for out of the same thing. Big Kaz in the building.
Hey,
Big Kaz.
What's happening?
So, Shogun, you showed up with the 5 deadly bloodlines. Yes. Man, what's going on, boys?
Hey,
we cooking, man. What's good with you? Big C in the building too, y'all. Welcome.
Hey,
What up,
happening?
Big C? Oh, yeah, man.
Yo,
man, I think this is an interesting conversation. I don't think nobody can really be wrong because it's kind of, preference based and what you like. And, when you're dealing with so much good stuff, you know what I mean, to choose from, it's really hard to go wrong, but, everybody got their own little thing, and it'd be some other bloods I would mix too, but, because I know they work good together, but I think that's kind of cheating. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I just picked the stuff that I like personally. You know what I mean? And went with some of that. So as my first style, I went back to the golden days, back to the great gunner of Giroux, the whirling dervish. He will make your dog die. No, but I always like the very intelligent dog.
Yeah.
I think a smart dog or whoop a rough dog any day. And so I was always and I've always been enamored with dogs that had mouth. You know what I mean? And Gunner was one of them ones, and Hank is one of them ones too. Buck, a lot of that blood was being mixed up here to give it good athleticism, structure, also intelligence, but you didn't lose no gameness mixing in with no Buck into your stuff. Frisco, he's just a monster. You know what I mean? He's like the toad style. You can kind of do any and everything with him. And when about 20% or 25% of all dogs on the earth today got a little bit of you in them, you know what I mean? You've made your mark on the game, and then you dig what I'm saying. Of course, of course for me, the yellow dogs, you dig what I'm saying. They, I don't think you can go wrong. Some people would say I don't like Mayday or I don't like Barracuda because your dogs get skin problems and funny feet. You dig what I'm talking about? But it's other dudes that swear about them. But I think if you go back to their predecessor, I don't think you never get wrong. You never go wrong. You drop so many good dogs. So I would go with yellow to end off my 5. And now you can come and die.
Hey, salute, man. And that was salute to the actual homage of the 5 deadly venoms. Big C, what's good?
Hey, y'all, what's good, y'all? I'm just gonna be real quick, right quick.
Yes, sir.
All I wanted to do was add a little to it. I like what you just did like that. I like how you did each individual line. Mm-hmm. And what I was wanting to expound on is I think you can make this into like a volume 1, 2, and 3 by going next to like the 2-way crosses. and then expand it on that, and then on the next one do the 3-way crosses, and so on and so on. That's all I wanted to say. But I appreciate y'all fellas. I'm enjoying this one. I like this one.
Yeah, I did too. I do too, big C. I did too. That's why I had to tap in.
And all I want to say is a little buck goes a long way.
Hey, them boys screaming Gator in the chat too, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I like the Rodriguez Gator stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie. But
you like the Rodriguez better than the Hammonds?
Yeah, I do. And okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. It's some lines where I'm from that they didn't really get into the hands of people of certain hues. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Certain lines they did. Like growing up in the hood, I never saw turtle buster dogs. I have nothing against turtle buster dogs. Let me put that out there right now. I'm just telling you, like in my sphere of opportunities, in my circle of influence, those turtle buster kingfish dogs were not around. You know what I'm saying? And so
it's crazy, and they was tons of them up here. So
yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. So I just the ones I've seen, you know what I'm saying, growing up, everybody had Redwood Jocko where I'm from. Everybody. Yeah. You know, so it's not that I don't like them. I don't know enough about them to have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel like, for instance, I don't want nobody to be mad at me. You dig what I'm talking about? Cosmo, you crazy. I'm not head over here for Jeep dogs. And I seen a bunch of them. But I always seemed them on the losing end for the most part. So it was not that they weren't good dogs. They didn't have good structure. Not that they couldn't do whatever they want to do. You wanted them to do, you know. It's just I was seeing stuff I was running, you know what I mean, in a race. So that's all it is. It's just what you like and what you see. You know, that stuff didn't get no play up here. You dig what I'm saying? So,
I'm glad you said that, bro. Cause check this out. Okay, so the things about the Jeep dogs, and that's why I wanted to put it. That's why we put them where we put them in the list. Was I think that dog is heavily dependent upon having a good handler, whether you got a good one or not. And if you saw them losing in, I think that's why. Because like literally, the one thing I like about them is I feel like everybody says Mr. Crenshaw handled the Jeep dogs well. But if you're not a master handler, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if that's a good line for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're real rough.
Yeah,
they real rough. They tend to run big. If you can't snatch left and right hand, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem with a this much dog with that much drive. You dig what I'm talking about? And they really, really rough. You know what I mean? Like you said, I've seen. I think you're correct, because in the better dog man's hands is the only time I seen them get down.
Yeah,
you know, the best of the best had the best. You know what I mean? So I think there's some truth in what you're saying with the man and the dog connection. You know what I mean? Making the other better or both better. So there's something to that.
Just like the whole thing about the Eli dogs having a 45-minute clock. You know, some people say that about the Eli dogs, some people say about the Frisco dogs. I think there's some validity in all of this hate. I think there's some validity to it, man. Like I truly believe that people. Okay, yesterday Schoolboy. I don't know if you've seen Schoolboy's talking on Toyo on the cookout, but he was saying that the Hispanic people like dogs that are basically dogs that are devastating dogs, right? So they like that Mexican Eli stuff down there. And I was like, okay, cool. If both people going in with that, you know what I'm saying, that's fine. But then you bring something with what I expected a Red Boy or a Bolio dog to bring to the table, you know, and that dog, okay, well, I've been here for an hour and a half. I'm usually done in an hour and a half. That's what we train for. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to get the work done and go home. But this person has weathered the storm. They Muhammad Ali me. They rope a dope, you know. And I think that's that's my personal belief where that came from, you know.
Yeah, and okay. I've had Eli dogs. I love Eli. I love the Boudreaux line, the Bully Son. I love all that stuff. Art my fave. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I never really linked into them, even though they got the really good mounds and the great bodies, is that they weren't really intelligent. And, you know, like you said, the opposite way. The very intelligent dog beats the straight ahead bulldog. Every time. This is why they mix the turtle buster with the kingfish.
Yep.
Real rough dogs with a whole bunch of mouth to do what? Stop the Eli stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's just straight ahead. So listen, I've seen dogs, Eli dogs, on a scratch into the wall. The other dog just move out the way.
Yeah.
And then bite him on the way past. I've seen it. So I've seen them fight crazy like that. And it's usually in that Eli blood. And if you need the game in your lineup, you can't really never go wrong that way, because you ain't gonna lose no structure, no mouth. You know what I mean? And you're gonna put some gameness in there. But they don't never be like ring generals. You know what I mean? I've never seen them walk backwards. You know what I mean? And still, so I think styles make good races, styles make good races, and it's just different styles of running. You got your strong, power runner, and then you got your more sprinters. You know what I mean? And it's just about finding that good blend. You know what I mean? Finding what you want in your 5 deadly venoms. Putting that together. And what y'all got to remember about that story in the 5 deadly venoms is that they didn't know each other, but when they came together, they were able to, when you put them together, they was able to do something greater than they could have did separately.
Yes. 5 strands of rope.
Yep. So then y'all, everybody know Mad. Everybody know Mad. Shout out Mad Doctor, man. That's the OG. He always say 5 and 1. He say mix them 5 bloods together.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He said you can't lose. Put the Hank on top. You know what I mean? Shout out my buddy. How do you deny results? It sound crazy.
Wasn't that T-Tray dog like that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Was it dog of the decade?
A bunch of them. New York, the original bounty hunter dogs. A lot of that stuff, man. A lot of that stuff. And it was good.
Yeah, man. I like how Big C just broke it down. He said a Kenyan mixed with Jamaican. That's the power and endurance runner. Add a splash of American, we bring the flash. Yeah, man, like that Michael Johnson. You know what I'm
saying?
Come on, man. He said the shoes on fire, bro.
Come on, Big C.
You saying
know what it is.
Yeah.
Big C know what it is, man. And sometimes I think, and what do you think about this? You tell me your idea about it. Sometimes I think you gotta have the imagination and the wherewithal to dream it, see it in your mind, and then follow through with it. Many times, especially with genetics in these dogs, you can just about do exactly what you want to do. If you got the right ingredients and you're doing it long enough, you can get consistent Duncan cakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Consistent. It's just about where am my consistency I want it. If you got it on a 10-point list, and your dogs are consistently making 7s, do you stop there? Do you cross there? I would say so. I would say totally outcross it to something really good at that point. If you want you consistently making 7s and see if you can make a 9. But
I'm gonna jump on that one, Kaz. So I'm gonna say this. I think that the vision and what we all got is different. I'll give you an example. I have some dogs right now that, like, my old heads be like, man, you don't know what you're doing with that dog. And I genuinely didn't, because what they were seeing that they could have done, I didn't see it. So I was, I'm doing this. They like, man, basically in their mind, it's in the wrong. I got a good dog in the wrong hands, you know. And so I 100% agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. They be like, man, I wouldn't do nothing with that dog. I'm like, this is the best dog I ever seen. You know, you're like, man, you couldn't pay me to take that dog from me because they don't see it in what I see in it. You know, so I 100% agree with that. You gotta like what you like. You gotta be able to work what you work. You know.
Yeah.
It's good dogs that I've given away because they didn't fit my idea of what a good dog is.
Yeah. And you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, eye of the beholder. I don't think nobody wrong, but you know, I think more like you though. It would be a disservice for me to have a dog bred up like this, ready to work like this, and I don't use it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's supposed to be used. Like they say, I wouldn't do nothing with it. No, what are you saying? If I don't, I don't even know what I have. I gotta look at it. The heck what you talking about? You know, I gotta see. I need to know. You know what I mean? And until you know, you know, and then take enough time and you know, wherewithal to see what you got to the end, you'll never know.
Yeah, Kaz. Hold on, Kaz. I gotta get on Ween Mew because we ain't cheating now, bro. Look, Ween ain't even doing dogs. He doing whole you know.
You know we ain't be cheating.
Yeah, he cheating. He got Kobe, Chavis. He got.
Man, you can't go wrong with that Ween.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Old cheating.
There's no holes in that Ween. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? He got options. You know what I mean? Hey, he got options.
He ain't trying to leave nobody y'all alive. Come on, Wayne, man. Yeah. Can we compete with a little bit down?
Man, what's going on, fellas?
What's going
on? Man, y'all cooking.
Just early in the morning, bulldog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm up here telling a bunch of lies, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all choose to believe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can choose to believe.
You say you what?
I'm up here telling a bunch of lies, man. Y'all can choose to believe them or not, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But it's what I believe, you know what I'm saying? But just because I believe it don't make it real.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm telling what I believe, but just because I believe it don't make it real, you know. I'm giving my interpretation of what I think I know.
Okay.
Yeah, what's good with you, Osino?
Man, nothing, man. Man, that's a good topic you on, bro. Now I want to know more about them Jeep dogs. I ain't never handled no Jeep dog.
See?
I never had one.
See?
Yeah, and so I'm gonna tell you right now.
What if you don't mind me asking, you know, what part of the country you in?
Atlanta.
That's crazy. I would have thought you would have ran into it.
No, I just seen them. I'm saying I never had one. I know people with them. Yeah.
Oh, me too.
I just wanted to see what y'all thought about, you know, like get it from y'all perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear that name so much, like, you know what I'm saying? What the reason I ain't never got one, or I never really wanted one, is because somebody called it. I heard people call it the starter kit, and I don't want no starter kit.
Yeah, I think that's that hints back to what Shogun is saying. They're not great at anything. They're just really good at everything. You know what I mean? So they're kind of like the gorilla glue of the dog scene. You kind of can't mess them up, really. You know, you just put them in shape and they are what they are. You know what I mean? So when you say a dog starter kit, but dude, I'm telling you, you could go way worse than a Jeep dog to start your yard off with, and a lot of great yards and a lot of great dog men that came with the Jeep stuff. But I would then turn around and ask you, how many of them dudes that came in with Jeep dogs in the 80s, 90s, still got them? So that'll tell you. And these is even the OGs. Why? The Bloodlines, you know what I mean, was, you know, that when they brought that Red Boy Jocko stuff, and you know the you know, the Maydays, the Yellows, you know, when they hit it with the buck stuff, that stuff was just blowing past the G. You know what I mean? And we was blowing past the G long time ago with the Kingfish. You know, with the Kingfish, and they was mixing the Turtle Buster with it, and it was.
Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, and they was, you know, they was out racing that stuff up here.
Y'all ever heard of oil spill?
I have not.
Yeah, I heard of Oiler.
Hey, look up oil spill. Y'all might like that.
Who is from, bro?
I'm really just not getting introduced to it. I'd seen him in person. Somebody I know, I was over there, and he introduced me to it. And he told me he got it from like Arkansas or something like that. But them motherfuckers are cannibals. But the only thing about them, you got to really know what to breed it with, because they've been inbred, but like line bred type, inbred type breeding so long that you got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's some good shit right there.
From the Arkansas Combine?
I don't know. I was trying to see if y'all can tell me a little more. You know what I'm saying? But like I just know I like what I saw. I had never seen it, and I was like, shit. Let me see if I just want to see if y'all knew anything about that shit. But I'm gonna keep looking for more information on it.
Well, do got that skull blood in there on the bottom. I know about that.
Yeah, that Boudreaux skull.
Skull. Yeah. That's a bunch of skull blood.
Yeah.
Look like a bunch of brother-sister breedings. Brothers, sisters, auntie, uncle type. I mean, auntie, nephew type breedings. Yeah, hey, but I ain't gonna lie, this stuff look all right.
I had a Charming dog crossing something like this right here, man, and it was a good dog. Man. That's all I can say. It was a good dog. That dog on top of the Charming Maverick cross is what made me think I could even train a pit bull, because the dog was so smart without me even training it.
Yeah, I was my boy had a lot of this skull, midnight cowboy stuff like that. You know what I mean? Always really good dogs. Really good. Bunch of them out. I like the shorty cowboy stuff a little better, especially when you inbreed it. But you can't go wrong with a skull dog. And I had my nigga Superman won 3 of them. He's a skull dog.
He was
midnight cowboy skull. Yep.
And my homeboy was gonna do an experiment. We gonna do an experiment on that shit. Like, we gonna see if the niggerino click with the oil spill.
I think it will.
It should.
We gonna breed Canelo Daddy to some oil spill.
Yeah, man. KT says.
Yeah, I mean, niggerino. That's a nice line. You know what I mean? That's it. And you're not like going, you know, too far away. You know what I mean?
Right.
You may not be in the same city, but you in the same state.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it may I think you'll make that blood better if you mix that Canelo stuff with this.
Yeah, well, it's not Canelo stuff. It's his dad stuff. I wouldn't say it's Canelo stuff because the dad don't got no Red Boy Jocko polio.
It's just Niggerino.
It's just Niggerino. Yeah.
That would okay, cool.
Wait,
I think that's the way to go. So you know exactly what's going on, and it's not the Red Boy Bolio tombstone on the back end with that out that's making it actually do something. See if that work with that Niggerino. Because boy, if you mix that up together and that works, then imagine when you hit the Canelo blood to it.
That's what's gonna happen if it works.
You see what I'm saying? That's a great way to start a fam right there, bro. Because you're not too far. You're not too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I was looking at that blood. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. We gotta wrap it up, man, and get ready for that cookout, man. Dre we all gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's a busy morning.
I got this female dog.
Hey man,
yeah.
I'm bringing my EBT card to the cookout. You can get whatever we want, man. Anytime. You know what I'm saying? We get some lamb chops, all the expensive shit, lamb chops, lobster tails, what else? Beef ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the expensive shit. Yeah, all the shit we wouldn't normally get.
Yeah, man.
But hey, man, y'all boys
hey, man, salute to y'all boys, man. Y'all have a great day, man. Salute to them dogs out there and all the good dog men, man. Y'all stay safe. You dig what, man?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, bro.
And love, life, balance out there. Yeah, love, life, balance out there to everybody, man. Thank you for allowing me up, Shogun. Salute to the chat.
No worries, bro. No worries at all.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Salute everybody, man. And I appreciate the cameo, Samurai, on the playlist, the video playlist you got. I appreciate the cameo.
Yeah, man. Hey, we be talking junk in the chat, though. So, you better tell them, but they need to get in the chat, man.
You said they did what?
They said they need to get in our chat, man. We be going, we be chatting it up and talking about the dog, behind the scenes, ain't nothing crazy illegal, nothing like that. But we just, last night I was talking jump Pitwise. Pitwise talking jump back, you know what I'm saying? Casino jump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, it was good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Man, I look at Pitwise when we be at the confirmation show. I be like, man, it's like Brady and Mahomes in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, boy. Hey, look, Pitwise, I'm on your head, boy. Yeah, man. That boy said wearing Saki. I said, here he is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Here he is. On his way to take out Hanzo. You know what I'm saying? There we go, right there. You know what I mean? And if y'all don't know about running with that toys in their mouth like that, man, try it for yourself. No, I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, salute y'all boys, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on tomorrow. What tomorrow? Dog of the week, ain't it?
Yeah, tomorrow dog of the week.
Yes, sir.
And then Saturday unscripted. Saturday we do whatever we want to do.
All right, bet. Salute y'all.
Salute. All right, Big A, you make it rounds real quick and we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Next week, July 1st. The first Saturday of July. 4th of July weekend, man. We got the digital dog show, man, and then we got the dog of the week coming up tomorrow, man. If y'all ain't a member, I don't know what you're doing. It only take $1 to be a member, man. But other than that, we got the cookout coming up next, man. What's going down, Dre?
Oh, I was telling Ivan that in the chat. I was like, Ivan said, dang, he came late. Ivan, we go live every day from about 4:30 a.m. my time to about 10 a.m. my time. We talk about everything from dogs, bloodline, man. You'll see it in the intro of the next live, man. Be here. Cookout, Big Toyo. Also, y'all, those that don't know, like I said, I see a lot of new names in the chat, man. It's cool. But let me go ahead and get started with this prayer. Y'all can see I'm covering it first. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. So I got her right here next to me. Come on, can you see it, Big A? So
yep, I see her.
I got her in there. She's big as a house, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got my sawdust. You can't really see this. I got my sawdust back there. I'm not gonna put it down after the puppies are born. My sawdust. You know what I'm saying? I was at Trader Supply. I got 3 bags of that. Yeah, she down here. She been pushing and contracting since about 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, man, we at it, man. You know, we at it. What's that you say, brother? Man. We in real time over here. We in real time. You know. Right here. She been laying next to me the whole live. You know what I'm saying? The whole live.
Hey, I've been running back. All you got to do is run it back, man.
And make sure while you're running it back, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell so you can be with us all the time. But let me get y'all out of here. We gotta go to the cookout. My wife and I, we taking shifts. When I go to work, my wife will be on shift watching the dog. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mrs. Williams. Shout out to all the queens that's actually holding it down out here, man. Salute to all of them. But yeah, man, let me get done with this live so I can get over to Toyos. I'll be watching and listening, y'all. But here we go. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen. And at the end of the show, y'all, Ivan, you knew, but we have a say, and we're gonna give it to you right now. For the love of the dogs, for the love of the game.
The game.
Peace.
Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain, locked in the game, never moved for fame. Old mountain lions run deep in the flame. Sock about the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then K fat boy, muscle in the frame. Man hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but our bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sock it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second was the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.